Hello Liftoff fans, we are back with another video about space and SpaceX. For years, America's ultra-wealthy have managed to pay little income tax by maintaining a nominal salary and locking the majority of their fortune in stocks and other investments. An unprecedented tax bill proposed by Senate Democrats could change that overnight. Senate Finance Committee Chairman Ron Wyden, D.O.R.A., said that he's preparing to release the proposal known as the billionaire tax this week. While details are still under negotiation, tax experts predict that this bill would raise tens of billions of dollars to tax revenue, half of which would come from the 10 wealthiest people in the nation, including Elon Musk. Surprisingly, billionaires don't like the idea. Musk, the newly crowned world's richest person, has been attacking the billionaire tax on social media since the time it was proposed. According to his math, even taxing at 100% for all billionaires wouldn't make much of a difference in solving America's debt crisis. Moreover, the proposal would cost him as much as $50 billion if it were enacted. Instead, he says that he has a better plan for his money than Democrats. So, what is this plan that he's tending to reach? With assets worth more than $300 billion USD, Mr. Elon Musk may have to pay up to $50 billion USD in taxes under the new tax bill. Being the richest person in the world, it's not difficult to understand why Mr. Elon Musk vehemently opposed the bill to tax billionaires of the Joe Biden administration. If passed, this law could force Musk to pay up to $50 billion in tax due to his high fortune. If it weren't for the $50 billion, Musk argued, the money could be used to conquer Mars with a rocket made of his SpaceX company. My plan is to use the money to get humanity to Mars and preserve the light of consciousness, Musk said in his tweet. Earlier, as proposed by Senator Ron Wyden, a new tax bill would target the 700 richest people in America. Of course, this will affect those at the top of the list, including Elon Musk, billionaire Jeff Bezos, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates. U.S. national debt is $28,900 billion or $229K per taxpayer. Even taxing all billionaires at 100% would only make a small dent in that number, so obviously the rest must come from the general public, Musk tweeted on Tuesday. Spending is the real problem, he added, taking issues with Democrats' view that the billionaire tax could help pay for President Biden's $3.5 trillion climate and social spending plan. Still, it's hard to ignore the fact that the total net worth of U.S. billionaires has almost doubled since the pandemic began, standing at $5.04 trillion in October, according to the Institute for Policy Studies and Americans for Tax Fairness. The 10 wealthiest Americans are collectively worth $1.3 trillion. In particular, Mr. Musk's assets are far behind when, according to the Bloomberg Billionaire Index, they're worth up to $300 billion USD. Much of his wealth, though, is tied to his holdings rather than to his actual income. Under the new tax bill, people with annual income over $100 million or assets worth at least $1 billion held for 3 years or more will have to pay billions of dollars in taxes. Accordingly, Mr. Musk will likely have to pay $50 billion in tax within the next 5 years. Meanwhile, his rival, Jeff Bezos, also has to pay an equally large tax amounting to $44 billion. Even so, even with this huge tax, both Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos will still be the two richest people in the world. Not only did he think the tax would hurt his plans to conquer Mars, but Mr. Musk also said it won't solve the problem. Eventually, they run out of other people's money and they come for you. Unlike most Americans who are wage earners and pay annual income taxes, billionaires like Bezos or Musk have only a very small amount of income coming from their salaries. As a result, they can skip paying income tax. Elon Musk knows the value of putting money as he plans to personally fund Mars colonization. Musk has made no secret of his belief that humanity must become a spacefaring race in order to survive. His company SpaceX is working towards that goal and is one of the leading corporations involved in space exploration. One of Musk's primary goals is to colonize Mars. The tech mogul has previously stated his plan to send 1 million people to Mars by 2050 using a fleet of 1,000 SpaceX starships. Needless to say, such lofty plans will involve tremendous expenditures, which Musk has a plan for. He's selling his homes and worldly possessions to help fund his Mars dream. Yes, you heard it right. The Tesla and SpaceX CEO said that he's decided to sell the last house, which is located in California's Bay Area, he owned to finance colonization on Mars. I think it's important for humanity to become a spacefaring civilization and a multi-planet species, and it's going to take a lot of resources to build a city on Mars. Musk told Axel Springer, CEO Matthias Döpfner via Business Insider, "I want to be able to contribute as much as possible to the city on Mars. That means just a lot of capital." In Musk's eyes, parting ways with his material possessions also signals that he's committed to going to Mars. It's a safe, but SpaceX will have a much easier time gaining support and investors for its efforts when its CEO is demonstrating such a high level of commitment. He has since sold his 6 luxurious Bel Air properties, recovering nearly $150 million. In October of last year, Musk's aerospace company SpaceX declared that when he settles his colony on Mars, it'll be a free planet, not governed by the laws of Earth. What is more important, Mars or a house? The billionaire argued on Joe Rogan's radio show a few months ago. Taking the time to build a house, even if it's really a cool house, it's not good use of time compared to developing the rockets to go to Mars and help pay for sustainable energy. And he added that he had many houses and he doesn't actually spend that much time in them. Meanwhile, billionaire Jeff Bezos does not seem to have reacted to the new tax bill. The majority of Bezos' $196 billion fortune is a 10.3% stake in his retailer Amazon, which is currently worth about $175 billion. Because stock prices are often volatile, this billionaire has at times competed for the title of richest in the world with Elon Musk. However, Bezos can bypass the tax when under current US law. Shares that increase in price are not taxed unless the holder sells them to realize a profit. So even if they are main contributor to billionaires' wealth, they're not considered income for tax purposes, even though they can be worth hundreds of billions of dollars. On the other hand, they can also turn these shares into cash and still not have to pay taxes. That is, using the shares as collateral to borrow money. This way, they can still borrow the money at an interest rate lower than that of tax they pay when they sell the stock. This is also Musk's favorite practice, as he constantly brings in his shares as collateral for newer loans. And that concludes today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, make sure to subscribe, like, and share with your friends and family. We would love to see your opinions in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again.